9 players who will leave Manchester United this summer, 6 undecided, and 14 who will stay. It is set to be another busy summer at Manchester United, with plenty of changes to the first team squad expected. Manchester United are hoping for another squad overhaul in the summer transfer window, as Ruben Amorim looks to build a squad in his vision. United added 2 new players to their squad in the winter window, and are already looking at another 3 or 4 senior additions come the end of the season. Amorim will prioritise the addition of a striker, while United are also interested in a right winger, at least one midfielder and a centre-back. They could also target a goalkeeper amid ongoing doubts over the options already at the club. Once again, United's summer business will be heavily influenced by player sales, and they are well aware a few stars will need to be sold to balance the books and raise precious transfer funds. With that in mind, here are a look at those most likely to leave the club, and who is almost certain to stay. Andre Onana, stay. United want to sign a new goalkeeper in the long term, but they can get by with Onana for another season. Noussair Mazraoui, stay. Mazraoui is a valuable squad player and will have an important role to play next season. Matthijs de Ligt, stay. De Ligt was only signed last summer and should remain at the club under Amorim. Lisandro Martinez, stay. Martinez might be injured all summer, but he still has a role to play heading into next season. Patrick Dorgu, stay. Dorgu is a player with huge potential, and United hope he can play a big role in their plans going forward. Leny Yoro, stay. Yoro was viewed as a coup when he signed and will be a regular in the starting lineup next season. Amad Diallo, stay. Amad is a key member of the first team squad and will be pivotal to their hopes next season. Rasmus Højlund, stay. United need a new striker, but Højlund should stick around to learn from a more experienced option. Harry Maguire, might. Maguire will enter the final year of his contract this summer, and it is the final chance to sell him for a fee. Alejandro Garnacho, might. Garnacho attracted interest in January, and he is another who could be sold to solve their financial issues. United's preference would be to keep him. Harry Maguire, might. Maguire will enter the final year of his contract this summer, and it is the final chance to sell him for a fee. Kobbie Mainoo, might. United don't want to sell Mainoo, but could be pressured into a sale due to their financial situation. Antony, leave. Antony should seal a permanent move this summer after a good start to his loan spell with Real Betis. Jadon Sancho, leave. Chelsea are expected to trigger their obligation to buy Sancho permanently at the end of his loan deal. Christian Eriksen, leave. Eriksen is out of contract at the end of the season and will be a free agent. Casemiro, leave. United hope to sell Casemiro again this summer, but it is easier said than done due to his huge wage demands. Marcus Rashford, leave. United hope to sell Rashford this summer, and his sale would raise precious funds for further reinvestment. Meanwhile, in other news, Ruben Amorim is facing his Erik ten Hag Cristiano Ronaldo moment at Manchester United. Garnacho hit the headlines after storming down the tunnel in the win against Ipswich. Alejandro Garnacho stormed down the tunnel after being substituted before half-time against Ipswich last night. The Argentine international was sacrificed for Noussair Mazraoui on the 45th minute, as Ruben Amorim wanted to bring on a defensive option after Patrick Dorgu's red card. United fans will know that this is not the first time one of their attacking stars has stormed down the tunnel in a strop before the full-time whistle. Cristiano Ronaldo infamously left Old Trafford early after Erik ten Hag refused to bring him on against Tottenham 2 seasons ago. Ruben Amorim is now facing his own Erik ten Hag Cristiano Ronaldo moment with his 20-year-old star. Can he take a leaf out of the former United manager's book when dealing with Garnacho? Ronaldo only appeared 4 more times for United after his touchline tantrum. The all-time great had a fractious relationship from the off with ten Hag, but it was the game against Spurs where things first boiled over publicly. The Dutchman sanctioned Ronaldo by dropping him for the next United game away at Chelsea. Amorim, who has previously left players including Garnacho out of his squad due to discipline issues, could employ a similar tactic to his predecessor. "Was cold and wet, maybe," Amorim said when asked about Garnacho's actions. "The thinking was that we played more in 5-3-1. I know that's a risk because we take the only player now that has 1-against-1 and pace. What I am saying is, I'm going to talk with Garnacho about that. I will talk about that if you want in the next press conference." Ten Hag seemingly ruled the United dressing room with an iron fist. Dropping Ronaldo after his incident was the first instances of him stamping down his authority on his squad. Even though Ronaldo did play for Ten Hag again, and even captained the side in his last appearance for the club in a 3-1 loss at Villa Park, the relationship between the two had broken down after the Tottenham game. Garnacho was dropped against Manchester City, along with Marcus Rashford in December, and was linked with a move to Chelsea last Moncht, although his desire was to remain at Old Trafford. It would not be a surprise if Amorim was to leave Garnacho out of his starting line-up for Sunday's FA Cup tie against Fulham, or potentially even the squad entirely. "I love to score goals." Chido Obi gives first interview since signing for Manchester United. Manchester United take on Arsenal in the FA Youth Cup quarter-finals on Friday, and Chido Obi could be involved in the game. Chido Obi said he loves to score goals in his first interview with Manchester United's club media. Obi completed a move to United from Arsenal in the summer, and he was given his first team debut by Ruben Amorim against Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League earlier this month. Obi made another appearance from the bench at Goodison Park last weekend, and was included in the senior squad again when Ipswich Town visited Old Trafford on Wednesday night. There has been excitement building around Obi since his arrival from Arsenal, and United have finally published a snippet of an interview with the young striker on their club website. The under-18s take on Arsenal in the FA Youth Cup quarter-finals on Friday, and United have published a 7-minute video documenting how they reached that stage of competition. There is a snippet of Obi after scoring a hat-trick against Chelsea, and he said, "I love to score goals, and I love to help the team to win in this big competition, so, yeah, it's really good." That is the first time footage of Obi speaking has been shared by United's in-house media, although the 17-year-old did reply good when he was asked about his cameo against Everton by the Manchester Evening News as he walked through the Goodison Park mix zone on Saturday. U18 boss Adam Lawrence praised Obi after the Chelsea victory and said, "It was a really good night for both of the goal scorers, Obi and Scanlon. I thought the two of them had really good performances on the whole, aside from the goals. Obviously, Chido's a natural goal scorer. He wants to score goals and get himself into those positions, but I was really pleased with him just in terms of his link-up play, not just stretching and running in behind, but recognizing when to show into feet, how to use his body to shield the ball, and when to bring others into play." Lawrence continued, "It was a real team effort. When you come into these games, there's always some apprehension. You know it's about how you deal with it on the night, how you perform. Overall, I think you'd have to say we deserved the result and the victory. Like any tournament, you've got to take each game as it comes, and there'll be different challenges within them. We've obviously overcome that tonight. We have a lot of respect for Chelsea as an academy. We know they have some really good individuals and a good squad. We've had a couple of really good games with them of late. When you get to this stage, there's going to be different questions posed of the group. But we rose to that. Every youth player remembers their Youth Cup experiences. We can't have it as the only benchmark for the players in terms of their youth team journey, but it can give the players some special memories. Knowing it was Arsenal away in the next round, hopefully to be played at the Emirates, was a nice carrot for us today. That'll be something we'll look forward to, and something for the boys to remember. The men will be at the Emirates to report on the U18's clash against Arsenal on Friday night. Subscribe for more inside updates.